Welcome. This will be a country analysis over Italy. This analysis is brought to you by myself, Antoinette Guillen, Raymond Craig, and David Lopez.
Hello, my name is Raymond Craig and I will be providing a country overview for Italy. In this presentation, I will give information about the geographic location of Italy on the European continent, when Italy proclaimed its independence, as well as some demographic information about the population of its citizens. Located in southern Europe, Italy is a country of approximately 187,000 square miles. With its peninsula shape, which closely resembles a boot, its east, south, and western borders are shared with the Mediterranean Sea, while the northern borders of Italy are shared with France, Switzerland, Slovenia, and Austria. Unique to the country of Italy are the Vatican City and San Marino, which are two sovereign countries located interior to the borders of Italy itself. According to the CIA, 47% of the land in Italy is used for agriculture, while 31% is used for forest, and the remaining 22% remains undeveloped. Italy declared its independence with the proclamation of Kingdom of Italy on March 17, 1861. This independence was recognized by the United States government a month later. At the time, the capital of Italy was located in Turin, but was moved temporarily to Florence and finally settled in Rome in 1870. The government of Italy is led by Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte, who took the oath of loyalty to the Constitution of Italy on June 1, 2018. The Prime Minister will hold this office until he resigns or is received a vote of no confidence by the Parliament. He leads the country in the form of a parliamentary government and governs a population of over 62 million citizens, 23% of which are younger than 25 years of age, 55% are 25 to 64 years old, and the remaining 21% is over the age of 65. 52% of the population of Italy is female, with the remaining 48% being male, and an infant mortality rate in Italy is 3.2 deaths to every 1,000 live births, and life expectancy in the country is 82 years. While a general knowledge of any country is important for conducting business operations in that country, it's also important to have a good understanding of the business culture for that country. In this presentation, I will provide information about the business culture and business practices in Italy, specifically addressing the national language, the language of business, the literacy rate, some specific information about the work hours and schedules and routines of the Italian citizens, as well as information about the exchange rate. Italy became a member of the World Trade Organization in 1995, but was one of the founding member states of the European Union during its inception in the mid-1950s. The official language for the country of Italy is Italian. However, English is recognized as the prominent language of business in the country of Italy. However, it's important to note that most companies doing international business in Italy tend to use a translator to facilitate the ease of business. Communications with citizens who are conducting business in Italy should be relatively easy, as the national literacy rate is 99.2% for both men and women on average over the age of 15 throughout the country of Italy. A typical workday in Italy differs based off of the public or private sector nature of the work at hand. However, all work in the work week is typically no more than 40 hours. Business conducted in the private sector can expect a typical workday to last from 9 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon, with a relatively large break from 1 to 2:30, at which time lunch is typically observed, and then work is resuming again from 2:30 until 6 in the evening. Typically these days are Monday through Friday, but the Constitution of Italy does require a minimum of 1 day of rest per work week, which is typically observed on Sunday. Public sector work is typically conducted from 8 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon, with lunch recognized and observed at noon. Lunch is typically short and informal when it is observed. While conducting business in Italy, it's important to recognize that the country of Italy recognizes UTC +1, which is Greenwich Mean Time plus 1 hour. And it also recognizes and observes daylight saving time from the end of March until late October. During daylight savings time, clocks move forward 1 hour. Additionally, as a member state of the European Union, Italy recognizes the Eurodollar as its form of currency, and as of 16 February 2019, the US dollar to Eurodollar exchange rate is one US dollar to 0.8853 Euro dollars.
Good afternoon, class. This is David Lopez, and I'm going to speak to you about the economic situation in Italy. Italy's main economic resources are high-quality consumer goods, agriculture, tourism, machinery, metals, chemicals, food processing, textiles, motor vehicles, clothing, and ceramics. A good portion of these consist of many family-owned businesses. The GDP in 2017 for Italy was 1.939 trillion US dollars, and its per capita GDP was 38,200. The average income for an Italian in 2017 was 33,000 US dollars. The main export partners for Italy are Germany at 12.5%, France at 10.3%, and the US at 9.9% of total exports. Exports totaled 496.3 billion US dollars in 2017 and mostly included engineering products, textiles and clothing, production machinery, motor vehicles, transport equipment, chemicals, food, beverages, tobacco, minerals, and non-ferrous metals. The main import partners for Italy are Germany at 16.3%, France at 8.8%, and China at 7.1% of total imports. Total imports for Italy totaled 432.9 billion US dollars in 2017 and included engineering products, chemicals, transport equipment, energy products, minerals, non-ferrous metals, textiles, clothing, food, beverage, and tobacco. Good afternoon, class. I'm going to talk to you about the competitiveness of Italy. Italy ranks 43rd in the world in overall competitiveness, 95th in clear and transparent institutions, 88th in property rights, and 65th in judicial independence. For infrastructures, Italy is ranked 27th overall, including 129 airports, out of which 98 are paved, 31 are unpaved. The country has 487,700 kilometers of roadways, out of which almost 100% of those are paved. Italy also boasts 2,400 kilometers of waterways for commercial purposes and 20,182 kilometers of railways. Its education system is ranked mid to high tier, including a primary education system that is ranked 25th and a higher education system that is ranked 41st. As far as innovation goes, Italy is ranked 34th in the world. Infrastructure for cell phones is ranked 31st. Overall technological readiness is ranked 41st. And Italy has 38 million internet users and 16 million broadband subscribers.
Hi, I'm Antoinette Guillen. Let's talk about Italy's healthcare system. The Italian National Health Service was created in 1978. Its guiding principles include universal coverage, solidarity, human dignity, and health needs. The citizens of Italy are not able to opt out of the universal health care. However, they are allowed to have complementary or supplementary private insurance. The central government of Italy shares the cost with 19 regions and 2 autonomous provinces to cover the costs of healthcare. There are approximately 1,086 hospitals inside of Italy, all of which are privately accredited, public, or teaching hospitals. There are 3 types of hospitals inside Italy. Base hospitals come with an emergency ward, internal medicine, general surgery, orthopedics, and on-call availability for radiology, laboratory testing, and blood bank. Base hospitals serve a population of 80,000 to 150,000 residents. First-level hospitals come with the same wards as base hospitals, in addition to obstetrics, based on the number of deliveries per year, pediatrics, cardiology with an intensive care unit, neurology, psychiatrics, oncology, ophthalmology, and urology. First-level hospitals serve about 150 to 300,000 residents. Second-level hospitals come with all of the things of both base and first-level hospitals, along with advanced emergency wards and facilities for treating highly complex patients or conditions. Second-level hospitals serve about 600,000 to 1.2 million residents. The ratio of doctor to patients in Italy is about 4.2 doctors per every 1,000 in the population in 2016. This is higher than the EU average of 3.6 doctors per every 1,000 in 2017. However, the number of nurses in Italy is relatively low to practicing doctors. In 2017, there were only 6.1 nurses per every 1,000 in the population, or 1.5 nurses per doctor. The EU average is 8.4 nurses per every 1,000 in the population and 2.3 nurses per doctor. Hospital beds inside of Italy. In 2013, it was reported that there are only 2.8 beds per 1,000 in Italy. This is actually lower than the reported in 2012 of 3.4 beds per 1,000 in the population. Recommendations for the healthcare system in Italy are to continue to grow its medical field workers. Since the number of nurses to doctors ratio is very low, continuing to focus on adding more incentives or pay increases would help increase this number. In addition, Italy should introduce more technology to the southern parts of the country, since this is noted to be lacking by the flood of people coming to the north and central regions to seek advanced medical attention. Recommendations to assist the Italian economy would be to consider increasing their attractiveness for inflow of FDI. They can do this by putting more focus on training skilled workers and improving their healthcare system. With the increase of inflows in the country, this will lower the employment rate while gaining income to be reinvested in public institutions and infrastructure. As discussed, Italy is a country rich in resources and culture, and worthy of consideration from outside investors. This type of investment is not necessarily easy to set up, but the payoffs can be both beneficial to both the investor and the local Italian economy. There is always some trepidation when investing in a new market, as well as the new market accepting outside investors. But this gap can be bridged with information and, more importantly, the forged relationships necessary to make such deals happen. Money is always a concern when making a deal, but it is the relationships that make deals work. Thank you for watching our presentation. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed making it.